It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And if you want to feel good, then you want to get involved in this. We're talking about the Woolworths Cross Try. It's the South African off-road festival of family fun. And let me tell you, it promises to be a day of exhilarating fun and adventure, to say the least. Now, it offers a variety of events to choose from. It's a challenging full triathlon. There's a thrilling light triathlon. There's a 15K trail run, a 5K run, and even a 3-kilometer nature walk. So anybody is going to love this as long as you get involved. So here to help you gear up for these scenic trail runs at Paul Cluver Family Wines, we've got trail runner Cameron Roach in the building, as well as Bryony McCormick. And I'm absolutely grateful to have them both here to give us every reason to get involved in this event. Firstly, how are both of you doing? Bright and early on a Monday?
Yeah,
Very
good.
early.
Yeah, and well done.
Should be out on the trails.
I was going to ask you,
Yeah,
normally it's not in the studio though. You're up early somewhere on the trails or outdoors,
No, we
right?
had to come on set.
Yeah. Bridie, let me talk to you first. Obviously, you started Chicks Who Trail in 2017. I firstly love the name. I love what you're doing. But talk to me about the group and what it's all about and why you even started it.
2017, sure. It's actually, that means eight years next
8 years?
year.
Yeah, wow. It actually sounds a little bit sooner than what I thought.
It was started out of a desire to create a safe space for women to come and trail run and experience the mountain. So I get so much pleasure and so much benefit from running trails. It's just something that I absolutely love to do. I've learned so much about myself. I've seen such beautiful places.
Like a therapy.
It absolutely.
Yeah.
And I wanted to create a space where other women could do that safely.
Okay, I love that. And thank you for doing that, because I think these spaces are so needed, especially if we think about the natural beauty we have on our doorsteps, right?
We're so lucky in the Western Cape. Yeah.
Spoiled. I mean, that's why people all over the world come and travel to come do what we're doing. Cameron, you're a runner, clearly. You look in the part. Your legs are looking fantastic there, man. Goals, I must say. Talk to me about your journey. What's motivated you to be involved in not only this race, but just running in general?
Yeah, well, I mean, I come from a cycling background, so I needed something to cross-train, and running was the place to go. And I think just trail running in general is so, unbelievable, and there's so many different reasons why it's so good, just being out in the mountains, the different things you go through and stuff in trail running is just unbelievable. And I think the cross-training for me has just been insane. And I've also learned a lot about myself, and being out and about in the mountain training is unbelievable, yeah.
It is, man. Look, I've had an experience in the mountain more than once, and I absolutely can say that, especially when you compare it to road running, right? Like, road running is great because it's consistent. You've got that sort of base to work with. The mountain, though, you got to concentrate. You got to stay aware. You're using more muscles. There's proprioception. Would you sort of contribute that to be the biggest difference between the two styles of running? And especially for those that maybe want to get involved in it, what should they expect when it comes to trail versus road running?
Yeah, for sure, I would say so. And elevation, I think everyone forgets the biggest word is elevation.
Yeah, you
going
feel
up
that.
and down the whole time, the weather conditions are so different on top of the mountain to down at the bottom. I think you might agree with me. I think that's the biggest difference. And obviously the speed in road running is so different to trail, where trail's a lot slower but a lot more vert.
It's weird how something slower can feel so much harder, right?
Correct. It's actually crazy. It's frightening.
So with regards to, obviously, running in general and trail running, it's different to road running, right? I think especially for those that maybe want to get in an event like this, what sort of advice would you have with regards to getting into trail running? What should they focus on, and what are the things that they should look out for if they may be transitioning from road running to the trail? Some tips and advice, maybe.
From me?
Yeah, for both of you.
Well, let me start. I think to touch on what you were saying, one of the biggest differences is strength. So if you can do a little bit of strength work to get your body used to climbing mountains as opposed to gradually running up a hill, strength work would be great. And then practice on the trails, because trails are compared to road, a trail is going to be hugely technical. So that's where your mind, you almost have to build some mental resilience to get yourself through the technical trails, which is so different to road. So if you can get practice on the trails, just to get used to kind of that technical experience, I would say. So strength and practice on the trails.
So maybe if we were entering, let's say, the Woolworths Cross Try, something like the 3-kilometer nature walk would be like a perfect starter if you've never done it. And then if you are a little bit experienced, what do you say, like the 5K run? Could
for sure. Build your way up. Start at the bottom and keep going. I think also just to add to Bryony is equipment. People forget in trail running is take a trail vest with you, take a cap, take a rain jacket. You don't know what conditions you're going to see.
Yeah.
So in the road, like a road running, you accessible to things all the time. When you're in the mountain, you're not. So I'd always say, take something to
That's a
eat,
good point.
take something to drink, put a trail vest on, like have a cap with you, like sunblock, because the conditions can change out there. You never know
Right.
what you're going to face when you're on top of the mountain or around the other side of the mountain.
So let's-
Self-sufficient.
Okay, I like that. So let's say I'm entering this race. It's my first time attempting a trail run, right? I've got some road experience and I want to have more fun. What gear should I bring through? I mean, you mentioned a few of it now, but what's going to equip me to enjoy this race?
I mean, I would definitely say trail shoes is number one. Like people try to think they can run road shoes on the trail. Like
I've
it's
seen it,
completely
yeah.
different, especially in the Western Cape. Like our trails are so technical and like rocky. So definitely a trail shoe, trail vest. I'll definitely say a trail hat, like a cap, and maybe a rain jacket. I don't know.
Any
What do you think?
essentials from your side?
I think you've got it. A trail vest, for anyone who doesn't know, is like a running vest that you run on where you actually carry your own water. So
Yeah.
just to again touch on what you were saying, it's that self-sufficiency. You want to be able to carry enough water to drink. It's not like road where every 3Ks there's a water table
water station,
with
yeah.
Coca-Cola and water and sweet.
You're on your own.
You are, and I think getting your mind used to that concept that you are on your own. It's a bit of an adventure.
Yeah,
really.
that's quite intimidating, but for the right reasons.
But so fun.
yes.
It's great.
So fun.
Like, don't be scared. I don't think it's an
Yeah.
intimidation. I think you must embrace it and enjoy the journey. You got to look at it as a journey.
Yeah, by looking at the fire in your eyes and the smile in your face, it definitely does do something for the endorphins. So thank you so much, both of you, for coming through and giving us every reason to
Such
get
a
involved
pleasure.
in an incredible opportunity. And I think for you, Mzansi, it's time for you to get ready to race. And Paul Cluver is a perfect mix of terrain. It's taking you through, there's jeep tracks, single track paths, scenic orchards, and vineyards. So why not challenge yourself at the series finale? And that's the Woolworths Cross Dry at Paul Cluver Family Wines, taking place on the 1st of December. It's right around the corner. And how much cooler is this? Because all proceeds at the Woolworths are going to the Woolworths Trust. It's going to be supporting that trust and uplifting communities through food security, education, and more. Plus, until Tuesday, you can score your entry at early bird prices. All you got to do is use the code PCLU0019. We've just popped it on the screen right now, so you can go check it out, and it really is that simple. Enter it now at www.xtry.co.za, and hopefully you can also get a massive smile like our guests had this morning. For now, though, I think we can smile all the way into the kitchen and get some food in the belly.